That was miserable. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I lost my voice. I was at a rave.
I don't like openings.
Last
I don't like intros. I don't like outros. You'll find me doing weird stuff.
Hello.
And it is what it is.
Honestly, we could say that we haven't vlogged in so long because we both lost our voice.
I don't want to talk about it.
Can we talk about, though, like, I've just been pretty kind of sick
Tanner's
for a
been
while.
sick for 40 days.
40 days.
Not kidding. 40 days and 40 nights.
And when you're sick and I just wasn't motivated, and I take responsibility.
Yeah.
Still kind of, like, got some lingering stuff, but I did the antibiotic. I'm off it. Still a little congested. And I got a marathon tomorrow, so I have to be done. I have no other choice. This is the first marathon that I ever ran, and that was in 2022. And now 3 years later, I'm running it again and hoping to have a very big improvement, big PR, like a 45-minute PR from the last one.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. And my mentality on this one is like, the first time I did it, I just wanted to finish the race. Tomorrow I want to see how hard I can push myself. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right now I have a little shakeout run, like 25 minutes with Jack. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go eat some more. I've been eating all day. And then I got to go to the expo, pick up my bib. And then I'm actually going to sleep down in Provo. We have a rental unit there. I'm going to sleep there. And see you guys sometime around
8:30.
8:30, 9 or 9:30. Hopefully closer to 9.
A little update because we haven't like updated everyone after announcing that we were having a baby girl. So maybe set it there and I can do a little bump date.
It's so she combined the word bump with update. So when you
Tanner,
put them together, bump.
I'm currently almost 26 weeks pregnant and 2 weeks away from the third trimester. I love the second trimester. It's like the best because you get your energy back and you're not so big that you're like so uncomfortable, but just that right in between. I just love the second trimester. So it's been pretty good. And we're having a girl.
We're having a girl.
And that's what's up.
But yeah, it's just literally, we haven't vlogged since your birthday in Hawaii.
Yeah, we went to Dubai.
And
I didn't want to vlog there because I knew I was going to be making a lot of other type of content.
Right.
And I didn't want to add
to the
list of like...
Yeah, we were doing a lot of work with the Board of Tourism.
Yeah, so was really cool. Was sick because we were working with the Board of Tourism for Dubai.
Yeah.
So it was like such an incredible experience. Also, Dubai was crazy.
It was so fun.
It was like nowhere I've ever been. It was so much fun. It was literally
Star Wars meets...
Think Disneyland.
Disney.
When you like go to Disneyland, you're like everything's so like...
Yeah, because like the island is like the shape of a palm leaf.
Yeah, it's like fake but real. I don't know how to describe it, but honestly, it was so fun. It was art. It was like
all the
being
buildings,
in art.
It was like the big thing was it was like a art exhibit in the middle of the desert.
Also Guinness Book of World Records.
Everything's the biggest and the largest and the tallest.
Everything's the tallest.
Yeah.
We went to the top of the Burj Khalifa. It was really tall.
It was super cool.
We did a lot of random stuff that was so fun. I did a lot of like mini vlogs on my TikTok and Instagram, so if you wanted to see that, it's on there. But sorry for not vlogging.
Anyway, it's summertime now. We got some fun plans. We're gonna start back up with this weekend, marathon weekend. Lauren, before I filmed this, she said, "Here we go, another vlog, another marathon." Here we go. All right, let's go do this shakeout run. All right, shakeout run. I found Jack. Dude. We haven't run together in ages.
Teammates are back together.
We're back, dude. It's always like this.
I know.
So it's like some long vacation or whatever.
Dude, how fun that we got to join up for the race.
I know. We're just getting fired up over here. We're just freaking like amping ourselves up. We just had the dankest dinner that I didn't film at all by... Where's Jack? Jack and Kenna, mostly Kenna, all Kenna. I just hit 570 carbs for the day. Feeling great. Sarah wanted to say something about how proud she is of us for...
so beyond proud of these boys.
I knew she had something...
I'm not done.
Oh!
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say that was way too much.
You're gonna crush it. Yeah, it'll be hard, but hard's good. Okay, good luck, man. That's what they call my step.
All right, me and Jack are staying down at our Provo house. because it's only like 7 or 8 minutes from the bus pickup. And so we got here like an hour ago. I got this Lululemon shirt that I cut up doing the Nike trail shorts. And we're going with bib on the shorts. That's what I did last time for this race. Bandit socks. And then orange hat. Okay, just set my alarm for 3:25. See you in the morning.
That was miserable. I haven't had a bad race in a while, and that was pretty bad. I knew going into it that, I was curious. Like, going into it, I was coming off of a full month of being sick, not being able to train as well, this sinus infection that was still there for race day, and I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be, but I also knew like I've got a few races under my belt that like kind of gave me the confidence that I could run these paces, and I still did a ton of training. Like maybe I'll be able to find it somewhere, you know? And so I went in really optimistic, did a ton of self-talk, a lot of like visualization, just like anything that I could do to try to just like mind over matter this sickness. Woke up that morning and just was all stoked, wasn't thinking about being sick at all, just like ready to go. Got up there, we took the last bus, and so we really got up there, went in the bathroom, and then we just heard, hey, we're doing bag drop, the truck's driving away. We're like, oh shoot. So we run over, throw our bags on, absolutely chaos, just a literal zoo. And then all of a sudden it was time to line up. They didn't really like announce it very well, so we kind of just like meandered toward the start line. Usually there's like a guy like emceeing the event, like, all right, everybody, welcome, and da-da-da-da. And like sometimes they have like a drone show or a national anthem or something. All of a sudden 6 o'clock hit and it just was pow! Gun goes off, and we're like, all of us like, oh, all right, start watch. Like everybody was kind of taken by surprise. And we just started off, and I just made a decision at that point that I was just gonna hang right with Jack until like the wheels fell off, until I couldn't. And it started out really good. I remember making a comment to Jack like a couple miles in, just saying like, dude, these paces feel good, like let's go. And we were feeling great, and I think it was just a lot of the pre-race or beginning of the race adrenaline and excitement, and it just kind of made me forget. But right around 10 or so miles in, I felt like everything, like just the constant fatigue that this sickness had me feeling, like really only operating at what felt like a 60 or 70%, you know. A majority of the race, I was fighting off these feelings of like, just quit, just give up, like you're sick, and da-da-da. And I just kept pushing through. It's like, all right, let's like do another mile, do another mile, do another mile. But it wasn't until like the stomach issues hit. But for like 5 miles, it was like, all right, to the next bathroom I'm gonna have to go. And I knew as soon as I did that I would lose Jack, and I would lose like this big inspiration and like source of motivation as he would like keep the pace. And so I kept doing, you know, one more mile. And then by mile 16, I was like, man, if I take another hard step, I'm done. And so I just was like, yo, dude, you got to go on without me. Don't wait. And he was kind of like, come on, man, you can do it. Stay right here. And I was like, no, dude, like you got to go. Don't wait for me. And he's just like, okay, I won't. And then immediately just watched him slowly fade. And right before I found the bathroom, Derek shows up. And I'm like, dude, I was so excited to see him, but I was like, almost scared to see him because I knew he was going to get there and he was going to be fired up and wanting to give me that energy, and I just had already spent it all. And so, but once again, hopeful that like maybe I'm going to hit this bathroom, come out and like go again, and Derek's going to be right there like he always is. And it gives me that extra boost that I need.
Woo-hoo-hoo, he's going, buddy. Yeah. Let's go.
run with you till it turns down here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
I hit the bathroom in there for like 4 or 5 minutes, which already tanks like any chance I had at my like goal time, which was like a 3:09. Realistically, based on the training, I was trying to hit a 3:09.
Are you girls ready to cheer on Daddy? Yeah. Woohoo!
Okay, Stella, we're gonna do your hair really quick. You have crazy hair right now. We just got off the phone with Tanner. Derek found him on the bike, and sounds like he's having stomach issues this race, which is such a bummer. And he's got like the last little bit to go, so just hoping that he can push through. Say, go, Daddy.
Go, Daddy! Go, Daddy!
We're waiting at the finish line.
As soon as I hit the bathroom, I knew that sub 3:10 was out. But I got out and Derek was there, and I hit another couple miles, pretty close to the paces we've been hitting. And it wasn't really until like 18, which is normal for a lot of races, but especially this one where I was spent. And my paces dropped by like a minute and a half, and it just wasn't there. I kept telling Derek, dude, it's not there. It's just not there. And he'd be like, come on, man, let's go. Like, push it, let's go. You can keep up. Like, catch this guy in front of you, catch this guy in front of you. He was there. My parents showed up around mile 20, just all this motivation, all the support that I could have ever asked for. And I was so grateful every time my dad would yell something and I just didn't even have the energy to like talk. I just put up my fist, you know, like I'd give a little finger or something, just like let him know that I was hearing him. My goal quickly after coming out of the canyon around mile 18 just dropped to, all right, let's try to stay around an 8-minute pace, which was about a minute slower. And then when I couldn't do that for like the last 6 miles, it was like, just don't walk. And then it was, okay, just don't walk unless you're at an aid station getting water. And usually those last few miles, I get this extra burst of energy at every race. And I'm running, my fastest splits are always at the end. And I just kept hoping that would come. And Derek kept reminding me, like, dude, you always finish strong, you always finish strong. But I just knew, like, it wasn't there. At one point, I took off my shirt and I just was trying to just snap myself out of it, get into like the zone, you know, get in that mental state that makes me like see black, and I just finish, which is exhilarating. It's like the best part of every race. And I took off after slapping my chest, and it was like maybe, you know, 200 meters until I was back down. And it just like, I didn't even have to look at Derek. There was just this silence, and we both just knew like it wasn't there.
Let's go, Jack! Come on! Woo! Let's go!
I just saw Jack finish the race, and I'm so proud of him. He did it so fast. I'm bummed because Tanner should be running with him, but he's just not feeling good. But I called Tanner's mom, who was cheering him on at like 2.5 miles left, and she was just saying like he's pushing through pain right now, so I don't think he's doing good.
And then I was okay with it, you know, and I just went in. I saw Lauren and the girls and a bunch of other family and friends. I gave them a hug, and which I've never done in a race because I'm always like I said, seeing black, finishing so as fast as I can. But this time it was cool to see them. And then just finish. I didn't even stop my watch or look at the time. I just like, I knew I hadn't hit it, and I knew I was far off, and I just felt so defeated. Like I had failed so hard, like I failed Derek and failed the girls and failed my family and all these people that were there, and like failed myself, that I like couldn't do what I said I was gonna do. Like I failed that race. I PR'd that race by 7 or 8 minutes from my last race. That's a massive PR, and it wasn't as big as what I hoped, and I set my sights on this big goal, which I think I could have hit because Jack hit it. And you know, we've been doing the same training and coming in really similar times, or the exact same time at pretty much all our races. It took so much to try to still focus on the positive, which was that I PR'd.
Like on the outside of the barricade. Good freaking job. Tanner just told me you crossed at 3:05. That's insane.
Hey man. Good job. That's insane. You wanna know why that's insane, dude? You wanna know why? Because that's the worst you've ever felt running and you still use PR. That's mental, dude. That's freaking mental.
That was bad. That was really bad. I needed that energy boost. Get back on the podium, dude. How do you do that? Oh, you trained me? Oh, there you go. All that matters. Now that it's been a week or two, almost, it's been cool to just see all those positives and really focus on them and understand that you just control what you can control and do the best with the cards you've got. And also like, hey man, you still PR'd, so like, that's really cool. And what's really cool is I've never not PR'd in a race, so I kept the streak alive. Toot my own horn. That's the recap. So grateful for everybody that was there, and thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully it gives you some sort of inspiration to just keep pushing when it's tough, and freaking stoked to sign up for another one. Anyway, running, man. It's got a grip on me.